Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be trying out the brand new LR CUSACK on Challenger Hero Arena. So as you can see, this is the tower we're going to be fighting. It's one of the, I'll say, like the middle difficulty tower. It's not the easiest, but it's definitely not the hardest. You've got Millum there, you've got Demon Team. This team should actually really well. I did replace, I had LR here initially, and I replaced it with the new LR CUSACK. Of course, got Esterosa here for Darkness Stag, so we've got Gelda here, because Gelda not only has the special and the season boost, but she's got 2 AoE skills, which would be pretty handy. And we got Chandler here, who just does increase damage to debuffed enemies. I could change him out. No idea who I would change him to, though. It'd have to be a demon. I could go for, like, Demon King Melee. But I do feel like the HP boost, the crit chance, crit damage lower, and the crit chance boost will actually be quite handy, even though, once again, CUSACK does not care about crit chance. For gear, everyone here is HP defense, maximizing the most out of my CC, just so I can go first. And then for Culture, we are increasing demon allies base stats by 5%, and when a demon attacks a debuffed enemy, it increases our attack even more, which is pretty handy. We're not actually going to be having any passive debuff supply, so we're going to find a different card set that works with demons. So, other races, I thought that's the one I already got. Get 7% defense boost. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with this one. So they get 5% more basic stats and they do more damage to other races, which will be quite handy. Anyway, let's get on with it. Here we go. So I want to actually check this team's stats out immediately and see what we're working with. I'll check CUSACK first, and then nearly 600,000 health, Esterosa 560, Gelda 600, and 555 for Chandler as well, which is not the worst. So we'll start off with like the normal setup. I know that's probably going to nuke it. I just want to test. He's probably got the most health. Probably go there. Here's a UR base. So I'm going to hit him with this, and then we'll do this. I'm doing this just to break the shield and also get some darkness stacks. It's actually quite good damage. Yep. What I would expect. He just does 80% of their additional HP as damage, which is kind of crazy. Bear in mind, Millum does 100% at 6/6. And every demon does that with their single target with this team, which is pretty good. But yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be just a complete train wreck through all of these. But we'll have to find out. The demon team is the only one I'm really scared of, or the Masno one. Masno one could be quite a little bit irritating, because it is Masno, and he can be a little bit tricky sometimes, especially with his buff, but the AI normally doesn't like to use his skills when he's got the buff. I don't know why. We'll lower everyone's health, we'll kill, and then we'll do this. This seems really good. Really consistent damage. There we go, Geld does good damage. Kill Merlin, which was a scary one, and then all that'll be left will be Merlin. We killed Millum, that was a scary one, as I meant to say, and now Merlin's the only one left. Did pull a gold skill. Still not really scared of a gold skill. It's probably going to be the spike skill. Yeah, like I know. We actually have so much damage reduction. With a team like this, we've got, I believe we get 20% per demon. Yeah, for every demon ally participating in battle, their damage taken is decreased by 20%. So we get 80% damage reduction in this team. We have crit chance and crit damage lower from Chandler's Relic, which is 40% crit chance lower and 80% crit damage lower. We've got a 40% max HP boost. We're getting a basic stat boost from Esterosa per debuff, sorry, per Darkness Stack, which is 5% per Darkness Stack, up to 50%. And then we've got a 20% base stat boost from both Gelda and CUSACK as well, which is kind of crazy. So this team is very bulky. Even though I know a lot of the characters they don't really look the most powerful. You know, you've got CUSACK, who's an old character, now going LR, which is pretty good. Esterosa, who's an old character. Chandler got a relic, and actually made him really good. And Gelda is a new character. But there we go. It's actually very impressive. I'm using him in ungeared as well. Very impressed with his damage. It's a lot better than what I was expecting. There's probably a lot of content you can try him out on now, where he'll be quite decent. Especially event bosses that have like insanely high boosted health. He's going to be really good. He'll be like Millum and he'll basically with the whole demon team do an incredible amount of damage, which is good to see. We'll do this. We'll do this. Wrong skill. Actually, no. I'm going to try out that skill. I'm not sure how much it's going to do, but I want to see how much it will do. It's not got any effects, it's just the deplete old gauge skill. It's had a 10% multiplier increase. Not bad still. He lands the crit as well. Remember, he's a character that doesn't really want to crit. He's actually got really good crit chance. I'll show you next turn his insane crit chance and crit damage. Bear in mind, what I'm going to show you is HP defense, by the way. This is what HP defense looks like. So he has about 120% crit chance, HP defense, and 279% crit damage. That's how crazy his stats are. He's the highest base crit damage in the game. If you give him attack crit, and then you give him, well, and you get his final weapon, which I don't have, you can reach with just him on the field by himself. Of course, that is also with my constellation. 300% crit damage, which is the highest crit damage you can reach in the game, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, it's stat inflation, normal stuff, but it's good to see. He needs it. He's got cleave. Genuinely needs it. Good damage. 457 is not bad because a lot of his damage is going to come from the additional damage on their increased HP, which, once again, Sigurd only increased his own stats by 5%. He does steal stats from my highest CC character, but that's still not really going to be that impactful. This team I was most scared of, solely because of Masno. I can just remove the stance if I wanted to, which I can do. I can remove the buff with Chandler, because he's got a buff removal, and then try and nuke him, but I don't feel like that'll be enough, so we're going to do this, and then this, and then if they somehow survive, they get this. This should hopefully break the shield and shouldn't trigger the thing. Perfect. Kill. Ooh, very nice. What's his lifesteal? Quite good. Very good, actually. Then we nuke. Yeah. This team is really good. Works really well together. It's a very odd Misfits team, but if you don't want to use any, like, I guess, new festivals. Technically, Gelder is a new character, but she's not a festival. If you don't want to use any UR bases, you don't have to. This team is really good. Chandler's an old character. Technically, CUSACK's also an old character. And actually, we got him for free today already, which is kind of crazy. Esterosa's been free many a times, and he's quite old. And sadly, Gelder is new, but she is still currently obtainable as of making this video. So if you do want to grab her and make this team, you still can. I do have Esterosa's relic. I just don't show it on this Esterosa. I do have his relic. I also have CUSACK's relic, and I also have Chandler's relic as well. CUSACK's relic is actually pretty broken. It increased his crit damage by 80%, which is kind of nuts, especially for a cleave-based character. I'll just do this. Finish it off. This one's not going to be hard. I don't think anyone really has any crazy stats on this team either. Quite kind of really low damage for Chandler. But Gelder makes up for it with a 1.6 million damage, which is crazy. My Gelder's have all outfits, my Chandler doesn't have outfits. The only person on the team that actually has outfits is Gelder. No one else has outfits. If they do, it is just from like leveling up or getting several versions of the character. CUSACK only has one version, so I don't have, I believe, 2 weapons, 2 headgears, and I want to say an outfit. Because I've got the SSR one, the UR one, the LR one, the free one that we got today as well, which I already had. And then, well, yeah, so I'm missing 1 outfit, 2 weapons, and 2 headgears for CUSACK. But he is actually quite good, and if you do have him, I highly recommend the LR, because, well, new LRs are always quite good, and because he's had his sort of restriction lifted from his passive, I do feel like he could exceed, or excel, basically, in many different pieces of content that I'm willing to try him out on. I definitely want to try him on Rat, because Rat has a lot of additional health, or just any boss, if you can think of that, gets in like an insane amount of additional health, let me know in the comments, and I will try him out on there. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.